Hello, Degrassi fans, and welcome to our bonus video where we discuss Degrassi's deleted scenes. Like every TV show, Degrassi ends up filming more content than they actually need, and once it gets to the editing stages, certain scenes have to be cut so they can make that final broadcast length. Sometimes there's scenes that don't really change much of the story, it's no big deal if they get deleted, but other times, their absence leaves fans wondering, what happened here? Today, we're reviewing 5 deleted scenes from Degrassi: The Next Generation. Some scenes I think should absolutely have never been cut from the show, and others I feel were totally okay to lose. But today, we're breaking them down together. We'll explore deleted scenes like Wheels coming back to Degrassi to apologize to Lucy, how Downtown Sasquatch got its name, and even more. And as you watch along, I'd love for you to leave a comment letting me know what you think. Should these moments have been cut from Degrassi? But for now, let's dive right into our first deleted scenes, where Wheels apologizes to Lucy.
There's someone here to see you.
Really? What are you doing here?
Look, don't worry, I'm not staying. I just wanted you to know that there's not a day that goes by where I don't think about what I did. I got drunk. I drove. It was stupid. I'm still paying for it. And I'm really, really sorry. That's it. I guess that's all.
The thing is, I actually feel sorry for him.
Come on, it's okay. Come.
This scene was originally meant to appear in the premiere episode of Degrassi: The Next Generation, and it's a pretty big one. At the end of Degrassi High, Wheels had a monumental impact on Lucy's life. He decided to drink and drive after a party, he got into a crash, and it resulted in a kid losing their life, Wheels going to prison, and Lucy's life plans being altered as she was left in the hospital and lost her vision. Fans left the show believing she may be blind for the rest of her life. And after seeing her reunite with her OG co-stars like Spike, Caitlin, Snake, and Joey, it leaves a pretty big open-ended question. What is Lucy's relationship with Wheels? With the scene only being a minute long, I think it would have been worth trimming down some other scenes to make it fit. For example, we get a lot of exposition over Caitlin and Keith's relationship and how rocky it is. And it is something that's important to the story. It drives home this idea that Joey and Caitlin may get back together. But he is only there for one episode, and we can see pretty clearly that he's a bad guy, especially his affair that he has with Allison. That really drives home the point. I think it would have been worth cutting down some of his scenes or some of his dialogue to make this one fit in. And also, not that I have any clue about anyone's personal life, but I know it is a significant part of Neil Hope's story that he was struggling. Perhaps this could have been a way to help Wheels have more scenes throughout the show. My final vote is that this absolutely should have been a scene that was left in the show. But I can understand why it was cut out. There's already so much going on in the episode, and this adds another story element to stay on top of. In only one episode, we have to introduce the original class, deal with all their inner workings of their reunion, like the Joey, Caitlin, Keith, Allison love triangle, and we have to meet the new kids, Emma, Manny, JT, Toby, who are all dealing with Emma's storyline. Would this scene make it feel a little more cluttered? And if Neil couldn't continue on filming, would this be setting up a plot line that they couldn't fulfill? Would it make the audience feel more annoyed to know that there's not a bigger payoff later on and this is just it? It does leave a lot to wonder. And I think I actually do prefer the Wheels episode we get later on, where he goes bowling with Joey and Snake. The fact that it's so out of the blue and unexpected feels like a better payoff to me. But still, the fan in me wants to see this scene in the show so badly. But of course, I need to know what you think. Do you think Wheels apologizing to Lucy should have been left in the show, or was it smarter to cut it out? Either way, next we're going to jump on to Season 3. This is a more fun deleted scene, where Craig, Marco, Spinner, and Jimmy try to come up with the name of their band.
Whatever name we pick, can't be worse than the Zit Remedy.
We need a name that people are going to talk about. Thus, Ask Liberty Van Zandt.
Ask her what?
Exactly.
Okay, if we tell people that's our band's name, everyone's gonna keep asking her what it means. Why would we want that?
Because it's free publicity.
So far, it's the best idea we've got.
But whatever we decide, guys, it has to be good. We can't be like the Zit Remedy. We can't be lame.
Okay, this one made me laugh. I love the way that they reference the Zit Remedy in this clip. I think it's always so fun when they throw back to the classic era. And I mean, how funny is it that Joey grows up and his stepson in 2003 is absolutely riffing on the Zit Remedy band name? I think that is so fun. I think the only downside of this clip is that Craig already had a pretty intense moment riffing on Joey about how he was trying to be part of the band and he was embarrassing himself. So I think doubling or even tripling down on how dumb he thinks the Zit Remedy is does get a little harsh, but as a standalone clip, I do think it's really fun. And of course, Spinner coming up with the band name Ask Liberty Van Zant is so funny and so Spinner. I can't imagine how difficult it would have been to navigate this band name on the show, but I think it's a really fun and silly scene. And I think it's one of the deleted scenes that actually kind of feels perfect as bonus content. I don't think the show is missing anything by not having this scene in it, but by having it as this little side video, almost like a mini-sode, I think makes it very cute and packed with references for both sides of the generation. I'm okay with it not appearing in the episode, but I want to know what you think. Is this perfect as a silly little DVD bonus video, or would you have liked to see it in the show? Next, we're going to watch a deleted scene that is so bad I wish I could delete it from this video.
Did you hear something?
No. Maybe we should just
Go in.
Yeah.
Why don't you use the staff entrance and I'll go in the front.
Okay, good idea.
Ugh, I don't even know where in the show this was supposed to fit in. I feel like I shouldn't even be watching it. It almost feels like it was never even intended for the show. Like, I don't get it. But either way, I am a firm believer that this should not have put into the series. But it is interesting to see what could have happened. If this was added to the show, how crazy that Hasselacos is the one that ends up taking over Radic's job after the school shooting. I would love to know how he feels about that. And it also shows that Hasselacos does not have good boundaries. Mr. Radic is presumably married, though it's never really confirmed in the show, and she goes on to have that same moment with Mr. Simpson later on. And of course, these men should also be held accountable for their actions. Even if Radic isn't married, he is still her boss, and this is crazy for him to do. But it is funny to see in retrospect, considering what happens later on in the future storylines. It does feel a little out of place, though, now, because it sets up this adult storyline, which isn't really the focus of the show. There's no real reason for the Degrassi kids to be invested and care that Hasselacos and Radic are having this affair together. But I would love to hear the jokes that characters like JT and Spinner would make about it. I think they would probably be hilarious. But I am okay if this deleted scene is deleted and lost forever. But of course, I want to know what you think. And next, I'm going to show you a deleted scene that I absolutely believe should have stayed in the show from season 4.
Sir, have you even asked Terry McGregor what she thinks about all this?
Terry transferred to private school.
That's because she scared Mr. Radic. Rick used to abuse her.
I've heard your concerns, but as I told you, I'm not able to discuss the affairs of other students.
Affairs? Sir, he put her in a coma.
To the best of my knowledge, no student has been charged with putting anyone in a coma.
Mr. Radic, please. This isn't about Rick's grade point average. He's a danger. Especially to girls.
And until a student is actually charged, he or she will continue to study at my school. Like it or not.
Forget it, Alex. It's no use.
I always thought you were a smart boy. Anything else?
This scene gives us so much lore. It answers so many things that fans want to know. What happened to Terry? Why is Rick allowed back? What does standing up to an authority figure like Radic look like in this situation? Even though I love it so much, my guess as to why it was cut is that we've already seen that Radic won't do anything. And we hear Alex and Marco talk about this conversation later on. So the larger context of what this scene provides is already there in the episode. And even in the very next scene, they do reference it directly. Here's what it sounds like.
I always knew you were a smart boy, Marco. You even believe he said that?
Wow, you guys really handled Radic.
So even though the scene is largely referenced in the show, I do still think it should have stayed. I've always wished that the shooting episodes addressed Terry's feelings more. Even a conversation on the phone with Paige, or even Paige saying that she talked to Terry on the phone. That would make it feel so much more fuller to me. And this scene feels like the only real connection we have to Terry's feelings, besides recapping the fact that she was the one in the abusive relationship with Rick, and that's why all her friends are mad. Now, this scene was actually meant to be in the episode Mercy Street, which is also JT's Little Stack of Dimes episode. It's a 45-second scene, and I think they could have generally trimmed down some moments to fit it in. For example, the scene where JT spots Manny, and then she's talking to Liberty about breaking up with him, and they have their little moment together. It's kind of drawn out for awkwardness. And then the scene later with the penis pump is also drawn out for awkwardness. I think we could have shred some of these moments down here and edit it to be a little more tight to fit it in. But I am no TV editor, so what do I know? And of course, I want to know what you think. Do you think we have enough context without this scene? Or do you think they should have put it into the episode? I really want to know what you think. But we're going to do something different next. I'm going to play another deleted scene from season 4. And this time I want to hear what you think. Should this scene have been kept in the show? What significance does it add to the storytelling? Do we already get this significance in other areas in the show? Now it's your turn to tell me, what do you think of this deleted scene from season 4?
Shot Jimmy, Toby.
I know!
Well, then what's your problem?
I never got role-playing games. Cool dice, though.
Just give them to me, okay?
Sean. Toby tried to talk Rick down, from what I hear more than you did.
Yeah, well, maybe because I actually saw someone get shot.
So did we. Not to make this a big competition, but our guy died.
Ugh, I loved seeing that scene. It adds so much storytelling and so much life to this episode with Rick. But of course, it's here because I want to know what you think. Leave a comment with your own thoughts and I'll be eager to read them. And let me know if you like this kind of video, analyzing behind the scenes content from Degrassi. I'm always happy to make more of what you're like. Thanks for watching.
But it helps me figure out my problem with Manny.
But you're gay?
No, it's Craig. He's a human tripod.
Nature sucks. Thankfully, science has an answer.
Do you have a teeny weeny? Try the king cobra? Man, what kind of goof would even think about using a penis pump?